I just had on a guest last week who was serving a life sentence and he got out, but he was saying there's different types of prisons.
Yes.
There's actual physical prison that we're talking about, but there's these mental prisons that could be almost as bad for some people.
Oh, 100%. I believe that. And I've never really heard that term before, but that's spot on because you're in a mental prison. People is like, everybody will tell you, no, oh, don't worry about it. You're good. They don't have it. Yeah, you can say that, but you're not the one with this hanging over your head.
Mm.
And it's rough, man. And then, like I said, that affects your job. So you can't really get good employment. Luckily, the job I went to start with, I just wanted something to be able to bring income coming in. It was a very low paying job. Luckily, I wound up catching with another guy who was from Texas. And see, the first job I had, I didn't tell him about anything. That dude hired me on the spot, no background or nothing. Well, wouldn't you know it, about 3 months into that job, they got a call to do a sign at my old job where this happened.
No way.
And he's like, "You want to go for the install?" I'm like, "No, I'm good. I'm good right here." Sure enough, guy goes out there, gets to talking. He's like, "Yeah, we got one of your old employees with us." "Who's that?" "Wade." "Oh, Wade, how's everything going with his case?" "Case? Yeah, he had a murder case pending or something like that." So they found out. The dude the owner never said anything to me, but I knew they knew. Because whenever anything would come up, where they would send you to like a military base, you had to have a clean record, they would never send me to those. So I know they knew, but even that was like anxiety ridden because I didn't know what day I was going to come in. He's like, "Man, you should have told me. We're going to let you go." And so I went to work every day with anxiety. I was worried about the case with anxiety when I was off. It was a constant state of paranoia. So when I finally did leave, they cut back manpower when COVID happened. And so I caught on with this guy who was starting a business. He was from Texas. We talked. We had a good little conversation. And I just told him, I said, "Look, man, I got to be straight with you on something off the rip." I said, "This is what I got going on." And I broke it down for him. And I said, "So I might have to leave from time to time to go see a lawyer." I was like, "There might be a time when I'm gone, period. I don't know how this is going to play out." And he's like, "Man," he said, "it took a lot of balls to tell me that." And he said, "I'm from Texas." He said, "You didn't do nothing I didn't do." He said, "You ain't got no problem with me. You ain't got to worry about nothing." He said, I'm good. I'm cool with it. And, I don't work there anymore, but I'm always going to be indebted to that guy for giving me the opportunity to grow. And I grew in that company. I grew into leadership and management. And, he gave me a shot, and he'll forever be in my good graces.
Nice. Shout out to him, man. That's dope.
Yeah.